Hello, my friends. Welcome. This is me, Missy Ariano, and I'm here today with my wonderful, beautiful friend and colleague, Cassandra Creech. Say hello, Cassandra. Hi,
everyone.
So I'm so excited to be here, able to talk to Cassandra because I have this free meditation workshop coming up, and I'm just so excited to be hosting this Wednesday, February 22nd, and I want to teach people about meditation. I want to show people that it can change their lives. And so I'm going to be giving techniques, and we're going to actually do a real life meditation. And I wanted people to know that this stuff really works for other people, not just Missy, right? So that's why I'm interviewing different people. Thank you, Cassandra, for being here. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
Well, my name is Cassandra. I am actrice extraordinaire, if you will, and I love what I do. You could see me on the screen, a big screen or the little screen as well. And I also happen to be have a wonderful company, or I'm a business owner here in Los Angeles. It's called Creature Canine Hiker, where I hike and I train military and police dogs, as well as I have some of my private clientele as well.
Awesome. Awesome. No, and I love you have a way with dogs. I know this is kind of a sidebar, but her magic with the dogs is amazing. Seriously, dog whisperer right there.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
So great. Thanks for sharing all of that. I want to know how did meditation come into your life? Like, how did you find it? What did someone suggest it to you, or did you just go looking for what is meditation?
You know, I've always, for me, meditation is in every place, whether it's cleaning dishes or doing a hike, in a training session, or there are always these wonderful moments in everyday life to meditate and to quiet the mind. But I actually started about 20 years ago in my first yoga class in Jivamukti in New York. And there was after I had my first yoga session, we did a meditation before. And that was, it was as if I traveled, my whole mind traveled, and I felt my body, there was such peace. And the phrase that comes to mind is the peace that surpasses all understanding, you know? And it was addictive to me, you know, and I picked up books on transcendental meditation. And so I was looking for, how do I get back there? What is that? Is there a certain way? Is there a certain process? Is there a right way of doing it? Is there a wrong way of doing it? And so my journey started 20 years ago, and I've just discovered for me, these wonderful ways of finding that meditation, you know, and in the busy world that we live in, and with all these distractions that we have, you must look for those. And so that's what meditation is for me, finding those quiet moments, my moments, I call them, within everyday life.
That's nice. Yes. I know what you mean about it can get addictive. Like, this is what I want to happen for people, because once you get on a roll and you start doing this consistently, I have found that everything just falls into alignment. There's more peace, there's more flow, right? Relationships improve, everything gets better. And for me, I was like, I wanted to go meditate in the morning. I was doing 3 times a day in the beginning because I was like, I want to find my peace. And it worked for me. Now it's more structured, morning, evening. But like you said, meditation you can be in that state at all times. You know, it's being in that focus, being in that peace, right?
That's the original state. And you said the word alignment. And that word, the first time I heard it, it just resonated with me. And I use it often. And for me, that alignment starts in the morning. You know, in my journeys about meditation, I discovered it's something that's called the Saints Hour. And it's usually the time between 4 and 7 in the morning, when all the great minds of the world, like the Dalai Lama Bishop Desmond Tutu. I even think President Barack Obama and all the great spiritual minds, they meditate between those hours. And so I was just fascinated knowing that. Well, so I started meditating between 4 and 7, and that made me, I felt like I was a part of a an extraordinary silent community meditating between those times. And we all know how powerful energy is. Um, for me, that alignment starts during the saints hours. You mentioned starting in the morning. In the mornings for me is quiet. Um, it's my time before the bustle starts, before even I start hiking with the dogs. I designate it, that's Cassandra's, that's me time. And that's my meditation time. And for me, meditation, um, there's a great deal of listening. And it's not so much I want to quiet my mind. I want to hear. I want to hear. I want to hear from that deepest, from my inner being, you know, or some people call it that inner voice. Some people call it God, whatever you call it, but it's that sacred place, that quiet place, that place of comfort. And for me, it happens between 4 and 7, the saints hour. And I know I've probably gotten off topic with the meditation. I just go up on a rant. It is such bliss for me. It
Yes.
really is. And it's, again, it's a peace that surpasses all understanding. I mean, you really, it's a journey that each person, it's an individual journey, truly. We can learn from others. I know for me, I was reading, again, every book I could on it, but I believe it ultimately comes down to it's how you get there. There's no right or wrong way to meditate. There's no certain time you should do it. It's just, for me, during those hours, morning hours are my meditation time.
I love that. I love that. Yes. First thing in the morning, I notice my day is different. When it's not done in the morning, oh, no, not good.
Yeah.
So early in the morning, first thing in the morning, it's been great for me, and obviously great for you. You got those great benefits. I like the part about you saying that you get to connect to that inner knowingness, that higher vibe voice, and that's part of this, what I love about it too, and finding peace. So what other benefits have you gotten out of your regular meditation practice?
Besides focus, hocus pocus focus. When you meditate in the morning and you come out of your meditation, I'm sure you experienced this, there's a wonderful sense of focus. There's peace in it. There's no urgency, if you will. And for me, that urgency, or my day starts the moment I step out that door, my front door. Okay. So, as far as my breath, learning to breathe, I've acquired a consciousness and awareness of my breath at every moment, whether I'm talking to you, whether I'm hiking, whether I'm exercising, or whether I'm, paddleboarding, or, at the doctor's office. I'm just aware of my breath, because for me, my meditation, it starts with me listening to my breath. And then there's a sense of listening, this acute listening that happens. And it's a wonderful dance, a wonderful relationship between my breath and my listening that happens through my meditation. So I've gained that, what works for me. Meditation, I've also learned that meditation can be, I think I said this before, that I look for it at every moment, even driving my car at a stoplight. If I'm training, and I do, I'm an athlete, so I can find meditation in a 5K, and that's really cool. I can even find meditation when I'm listening to people arguing. And I think that's extraordinary to me. So, and I've also learned that through meditation, listening to people, not just with their words, but listening, communicating people, there's a lot of information that comes through our bodies. Okay. And some people can say something, but you look at their body language. I mean, even as an actor, I mean, we are excellent at reading, body language. That's what it's all about, or most of it is. And that's been really fascinating. So gaining those tools through meditation, it's been priceless and quite valuable for me.
Mm, that's great. That's really great. Thank you for sharing all of that. So yeah, you spoke about yoga, you spoke about TM, Transcendental Meditation, and I'm just wondering, you've tried, obviously you've studied a lot about this. Which form of meditation is your favorite?
It's listening, just listening.
Mm-hmm.
I used to, in the beginning, it was one word that would come to mind. I would say whatever was present for me or whatever that I wanted to have more of that day. For instance, the word love. I would start repeating that over and over. And when you do that, certainly it raises your vibration, you know. But I got to the point now in my meditation and my practice, it's just listening. And it is such a rich, we live in such a rich world, such, all the answers are through listening.
Mm.
And I don't prescribe to one specific technique. I take from others. Sometimes I'm looking at a flower and then it starts through my vision and then an awareness of my breath and that wonderful moment with that flower,
Mm. Yeah.
however long. So there's not one specific technique, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think we tend to, as a society, we want to, oh, it's got to work this way, it doesn't work. And I don't believe we live in a world of what, 500 billion? Maybe I'm over two, it's got to be more than 2-3 billion people, right?
Right.
So I don't believe there's one way that works for everyone. We're all beautiful, magnificent individuals with all different journeys. So you got to believe that we all have different ways of tapping into that inner being. Yeah.
Definitely, certainly. Yeah, and I was telling my friend the other day, I was like, don't tell me I have to do one way and only one way is gonna work. I'm like you, I try it all. I do the Vipassana, I do the Kundalini techniques, I do guided meditation,
Sure.
all those things, the walking, the nature.
Yeah.
Nature
Yeah.
is where I feel so grounded
Yeah.
in peace and oneness and all
Yeah.
that goodness.
One teacher that's really powerful for me right now is Abraham Hicks,
Oh
the
yeah.
law of attraction. And it's more about, we have thousands of teachers, but you find whatever that lesson is, there's a piece that you resonate with. And that piece is just for you. Okay,
Mm.
you know it, that feeling that it's just for you when you hear something, whether you're passing by or you hear a conversation and it's a piece of something and that it's meant for you. But I think, and that's been what's so amazing about meditation too, when you're listening and you're developing your listening skills, which is something I think our world needs more of right now. You learn how to receive your answers. You learn openness. You accept openness. Some people call it surrender, but for me, surrendering means I'm giving up something. I'm just letting it all in, I say.
Mm.
So Esther Hicks has been a powerful tool for me. Certainly my yoga practice, Ashtanga, which is mostly breath through vinyasas.
Mm.
That tunes me in real quickly.
That's great. That's wonderful. So I guess because you've had such wonderful experiences with meditation that you would recommend this to people?
Are you kidding me? I believe that every school, I believe it should start in kindergarten. It should be done before class because in fact, I've read studies where, in fact, they're starting to introduce them. I'm working with a friend, Arjuna O'Neill, who just started a program in South LA called Shared Necessities. And they're teaching kids, they're teaching veterans how to meditate. They're teaching them about yoga. And they're finding that kids, when they start with yoga, they're more focused in school. and they retained more of the lesson. And that's invaluable. I mean, that this is something that these children and people of all ages can carry with them throughout the world. And when you do that in one person, it just permeates. So I would, yeah, I'd be, yeah, everywhere. It was great. I saw I read an article, I think it was LA Yoga Magazine, where the military, before they do their training, they're starting meditation and they're doing yoga and vinyasas. How powerful is that?
Wow, that's
These
great.
men over here to fight wars and they're doing yoga. Can you imagine that? How they communicate, whatever country they're in, or combatants, how it changes how you communicate with the world. You
But
know,
you know,
and
they used to do that. Is it Japan where I mean, the meditation and the warriors, went hand in hand, and
yeah,
it makes sense, right?
yeah.
Because you're going to see a lot, you're going to do a lot, you're going to push your body past limits, and it's like you need the other side of it to balance
Mhm,
things out,
mhm,
So
mhm.
that
Well,
is.
the whole point is the last thing is to go to war.
Mm,
You want to avert it. You know, that is the last choice that you want. And I think, we live in, um, at the moment, it appears to be the appearance of a kind of a warmongering society. But I believe there's a big shift happening right now where people are moving back to meditation, to
yes.
because of, I believe that you reach a point as a being here where so much information is coming in that you just go, whoa, where am I in all this? Where am I? And to get to that inner being, or whatever you want to call her or him, is through meditation and quieting the mind.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
it's a no-brainer.
So, so this is what I'm hearing from you. If you are a human being and you live on this planet in these times, then meditation is good for you.
Yes.
And that's everyone, right?
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've become such a complicated society. We're always looking for a quick fix,
Mm,
and we want like meditation. I read this book and then, okay, then I'll learn how to meditate. No, it's cumulative. It's something
yes.
you do every day. And there are days I wake up, I don't want to. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to, but I know that there's a cost to that. And once you travel to that your place of bliss,
Mm,
once you found that, there are no words. There are no words. And but it's a vibration, and it's interesting. People notice it, they pick up on it. Just like with animals, they don't use words, they use sounds, but they mostly communicate with their bodies. They're observing, taking it in, and they're also looking at us, at their owners, at their people, looking, trying to gauge, trying to understand, and they pick up on our vibrations as well. And we as a species, we're capable of doing that as well. you know um, I think that there's a shift back to that. And I believe we all feel there's a consciousness that's happening in the world right now.
mm.
It's a wonderful consciousness and awareness that's happening. um, but it's a practice. It's not something that happens overnight. You practice every day. You practice.
Definitely. And nothing gets lost. Like you said, there's days you don't want
Mm-mm.
to do it, or maybe there's days where there's more mind chatter and you're just like,
Mhm.
my mind won't calm down. It won't get still. That's okay. It's like you said in the beginning, there's no right or wrong way to do it, and nothing gets lost. The fact that you sat down and tried and
Mhm.
started and continued, like, that's good.
Mhm. And you know what's wonderful? How the ego mind, it wants to, um, gosh, it's so easy. We want, uh, just takes over the monkey mind. I call it.
Mhm.
And it, we want a prescription that works. It's got to be this way or that way. There is no right or wrong. And when it doesn't feel right, or when it doesn't go the way that you want it, we beat up on ourselves, and that's our ego.
Mm.
And a valuable lesson with meditation is, it's almost, I become a witness to my ego. And I've learned to identify it and say, look, and I've learned to love myself more, and to be kind to myself, and to be gentle with myself. There's no right or wrong. You can't get it done, and you'll never get it wrong.
Mm.
So, and I really believe that it's a process, and that releases a lot of tension. It's got to be this way, or if I don't do it the way it was, if I don't do it like I did yesterday, then, oh, it's not going to work. No, it's a journey. It's a journey, and each journey is different and extraordinary. And some journeys are challenging, and some are awesome.
Yeah. No, that's great. I mean, wow. Yes, meditation is great. It works for you. There's no right or wrong way. Everybody can use it and benefit from it, not just mentally, but physically, health-wise. So I really appreciate you talking with me today and sharing this goodness. Like, I'm excited all over again about meditation.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you. And so you guys know, okay, the workshop is this Wednesday. It's at noon, okay? We're going to be going live, and we're going to be teaching you different techniques of meditation, the ones I have found very profound, the ones that have changed my life completely. And like Cassandra said, when you engage daily, regularly, it just changes things, and you connect, you're focused, more clarity. So even if you are meditating now, and you've been doing it for a while, you still hit the wall sometimes, right? So there's days you don't want to do it, and that's okay. Maybe you haven't made it regular yet, okay? So that's the whole point of the workshop. We want to get you to that space where you are hooked in, where you're like, yes, this is bliss. I want to do it over and over and over again. So that's my intention for the workshop. You're going to sign up below, yes? So I'm going to put the links in the comments, right? And you can click on that sign up. You can watch it and just have something shift for you. That's my intention, is something shifts for you, that you just grab onto this and change your life. Yeah? Does that sound cool? Ah!
Woo!
All right, my friends, I'm going to let you go, Cassandra.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You are wonderful, and
you are amazing. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you. All right, my friends, take care. I'll see you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.